Finding ideas, seeing a need, being able to see a need in the marketplace, and then creating software, around that need. And basically, if you plan to make a lot of sales in a product, you need to really hone that product on a need. It's not just having an idea, it's finding a market for it, having a market, and then developing ideas. It's the easiest way. Find first the market. See what people are dealing with. You're an internet marketer, right? You're trying to do business online, so you have needs. You say, man, I wish I had something that can do this, or I wish I can have something that does that. Anything that you feel that you wish you had or had knowledge of, or that you need knowledge of, or need something that, these things can be turned into software. Okay, so these are where your ideas are at, and basically any niche has this need. Any niche, whatever niche is out there, guaranteed. You can have software for every single niche possible. There's no niche in which software could not be utilized. As a matter of fact, any niche that a website can be made about, a software can be made for it as well. Okay, and in many cases, you can probably make more money from software in a particular niche than by making a website in that particular niche. So this is something for you to consider and be knowledgeable about, or to have knowledge of, that software is an option. It can be a great option instead of just doing a website. See, doing the software. So in other words, in your portfolio, in your business, you may choose to do a website for such and such a niche, and for such and such a niche. But for another niche, you may figure that doing software would be more profitable for you. And then there's niches again that not only will you do the website, but also do software with the website, both. And that's another, there's another way. My software, again, software can be monetized itself, just like you do a blog, that you put your CPA offers, or you put any type of affiliate offers, banners and links in a website. You can do the same in the software. Okay, and the software, what I like about software is that the software it's going to people's desktop. It's not sitting on a server something waiting for someone to come to it. The software brings it to them. You understand? So this is, as soon as you can get things that people need and want, if the software can solve a situation or a problem or a need that people have, then that same software will deliver to those same people in need ads and affiliate links in a very targeted market in their same niche. Exactly, so that those clicks from those people using the software are super targeted. You understand? This is very important. It's key. So it's key to understand that software can be used strategically in any well-defined marketing strategy, and anything, for any purpose, even politics. I mean, just everything can be used. I mean, the need for software is so vital. The problem is that most people just stay away from it because of its cost, the cost to produce it. So it really doesn't even come to their mind to try to do it. But if it could be cost effective, they would, because the power in it, once they see the power in it, really, that's like It's like a done deal. And again, this what I'm speaking to now is about you being able to, after you take this course, is being able to offer your services as a software developer, you see, to develop this type of software for their brand, for this type of purposes, etc., etc. And you will get those contracts. You get and lucrative because people out there, especially offline, they really don't know about software, and it's software. It's this mystical thing that has to cost a lot of money. So when you tell them that it doesn't cost that much money, but it will cost you. But we can design the software and look at the benefits for your company. And you can really do an offline presentation and sell your software services and make good money for each piece of software. I mean, you can just sell them the software. And other types of engagement, you sell them your time. They retain you, and you can get a year's contract to produce software that fulfills certain purposes for a company and for a client. These are great possibilities. That's in addition to your online programs that you can sell, the software that you can sell online that you can combine. Now, the power of this also, of learning software creation, is that you can combine it with other offers. Okay, you can combine it with the ebooks that we discussed before. So they get, hey, you have an offer page, and you're offering this ebook and software. You see, software can expand upon your ebook. Software can expand upon your video product. So whichever your audio, you got audio product, whatever the software. I mean, you can incorporate an audio product within software, so that when they use your audio, they can also be seeing a document. They could be seeing an ebook, a transcript. They can be seeing examples. They can be watching a muted video with no sound, no audio, but that while your audio is speaking, that video is showing what you're talking about. I mean, there's many uses for this. If you think about this, many uses for this type of packaging. See, so software really opens things up for you. It really does. I always wanted to do software because I saw that software would does two things. It would advance the product line. It would expand the product line, and then enhance it. And so it's three things, and it probably does another if I can think about it. But it's just so powerful as you can apply your product line and your family of products and your niches, and just use the software to tie it together, to expand upon it, to provide support on. I mean, there's so many ways to look at it. It's not funny. It's just you just need to sit down and just scope the potential and the possibilities. Obviously, to hire someone to prepare software for you can be costly. I mean, you're investing all these dollars. So the reason that we created the course, obviously, was to reduce the cost, to make it just one investment. The course itself, majorly as a major investment, and learning everything there is to learn about the different types of software, the different ways to tie in your product line, your business, your branding into the software, and then to expand your markets using the software. So all of those points are covered in this course. It's a special course that's going to cover all those points. Imagine that. Even that's just in the creation, the idea, conceptualization phase. because you really need to think, you really need to understand the scope of software and how you can use it. Really, it's really just wonderful. It can help any type of business, online and offline. This is software is really an untapped venue, and it's untapped because most of the marketers don't know how to make their own software. They have no idea, so it's not included. Customers are getting stuff. It gives you an advantage also because your competitors are offering services and products without software. And now you'll be able to offer them what your competitors can't. They can't offer them software. You'll be able to offer them software. Okay, and so that gives you the advantage. It gives you a stronger sales point, and it will increase sales for you. Definitely. People see, oh, well, he's offering the software. The software will help me XYZ. That's it. I got to go with him because the other guy's not even offering that. So this becomes a deal winner for you. And outside of your own personal contracts and work opportunities that this avails to you, I mean, this is a no-brainer. So the course was made to give you that understanding, to give you some ideas, to help you develop them along with your instructor, which will be me, of course. And I'll be instructing and helping people, the students, develop great ideas, okay, for their software. Then we're going to get into the design of the software, depending on what ideas will come up, depending on the niche and all that. We'll look at what design works best, okay? And it's important. I'm going to teach the essentials of templating, of making templates so that, you know, when you have other ideas that fit the same need in terms of what the user needs to interact with and to have, the software do, then you have a template already done from the first time you did it. And so that'll speed things up for you and allow for what I call mass production. And then we get into building the content. We use the content management systems, and we help each student realize what the CMS is and the importance of CMS for software. It's important, and the facility of the CMS are being updated so that people, even they have the software, the same software they downloaded a year ago, it can be updated on the fly. Without need of updating the core system. So it's without that, we use the CMS system for that. And so and that way the software is continually updated in terms of its content and usefulness for the people, so the user. So the user, it never has stale content. The software should never grow stale, you know, that they don't use it anymore because of lack of new fresh material and also of its interactivity. So these things are also discussed at great detail. So to make sure that when we do, and the student creates the software, they're creating and designing and creating the CMS environment so that the software doesn't go stale. Okay, so it's important. That's a very important thing. We also teach how to make the software, the links in the software, always green, evergreen, so that if an offer goes down or some site goes down that software links to, it can be immediately changed to something else. And that's without the client downloading any new software or an update or anything. No, it will be done totally on the fly. So this is taught as well. This is a powerful strategy, a powerful technique that we incorporate and teach every student to utilize in their software. Then we go into building the software itself. And the software, I go through the steps on the screen, and we show each student how to build their software. and there's no special coding needed. They we utilize a software builder, and then we go ahead and I show each of them step by step in detail how to develop their software based on a template that we'll be using for the class. Now, for the class demonstration, I'll be deciding on a specific type of software and a specific niche and all that, and we'll be working on that actually on screen. So basically what will happen is during those classes sessions, we will have on-screen demonstration of putting things together and getting resources and developing that piece of software. And so that will be on screen. And then the student will be able to follow, do the same as I'm doing on the screen. And then later, of course, the class is recorded so they can review it later and then just make sure they had the steps right and be able to reproduce what the instructor did, my person in this case, on screen. And they'll be able to do it on their software builder. And after that, we are going to then prepare the incidentals, the packaging. We prepared a little screen that appears when the software starts up. That little screen, a little banner there that appears, and I will even have music start up. You see this little screen, the software still hasn't loaded, but you start hearing the music in the background and little sound happening. So all of those little things we're going to be teaching the students to really make some, impressive software like that. And then we also teach them how to burn it to disk, how to make CDs, and you can sell those CDs. They'll be able to market those on eBay and sell things on eBay, and to also go out if you need some money right away. You go out to the corner and you can sell a few of those if it's something that is sellable, to the general public like that. So in any conceivable fashion, there will be a physical way to sell this product, a way to do it online through eBay, and that will be taught actually in the class, and also then for download. Now the downloads, if it's a product that's going to be sold, because sometimes I say that because some software is made for free, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the software that's done for selling can be sold through a website or through another payment processor. There are digital download platforms, and then the client can have that downloaded after they made the purchase through PayPal, etc. And that's how that is done. I was going to say that sometimes you make software for free to distribute freely, because that software is either paid for by a sponsor or is paid for by advertising on there, that you sell advertising on there, or you have your own ads that when people click on it, etc., they produce income for you. So there's many different ways of thinking about how to monetize software, how to make money from the software. We also go into then the pad file creation, to create the pad files, and also to template those and to produce those easily and quickly. Then we go into publishing and distribution, which I mentioned just a bit, just a while back with the CD burning and all that. How is it going to be published and how is it going to be distributed? We show you the method to distribute to about 1,000 plus of the main software download platforms. And we also do that. I believe that we will be offering the service for our students, that first software. We will be offering to distribute that for free, included in the course. Okay, but the student is also advised as to how they can get the software to do that distribution for them or to have it outsourced. But the course will include that distribution for free of their student software. Again, the professor, myself, will be reviewing each piece of software and will be making sure that it's a quality software, that it is marketable, and then then it will be ready for distribution and whatnot. So we have the mentoring happening for each of the software for each student. So the student's not just left on their own to figure it out. No, we're going to show you how it's done, and then I'm going to teach you hands-on. I'm going to spend time that's outside of the class. I'll take some care of some people in the class, but most of them will have to be taken care outside of the class. I'm going to take care. I'm going to see their software. They're going to send that software to me, and I'm going to check it. I'm going to test it, and then I'm going to come back and say, well, let's work on this a little more. And in cases where the student is really having an issue, I'm going to go in and just manually make changes and explain to them exactly what is being done and show them, produce their own little on-screen video and show them exactly what I did so that they can learn from that and at least get their first piece of software out there. So that is what will be also offered in the during the class, during the first the initial course. After that, we're going into marketing. Again, the sales page, if they need a sales page, will be given to them through the marketplace, the same place where the course is offered at. And so they will have that included in their sales packet. They will get help in marketing. I will market the software with them. We will offer also a access to our free marketing training site, which gives you step by step instruction, video instruction, and other resources of free advertising and things like that. Plus, the software will be offered or marketed through our own network of software, and that will expand even further the availability of sales for that student. Plus, we're developing the webperium.com, which will be like Flipper in the sense that it'll have websites, and basically we've put it up for our own website. It's an auction site for us to sell our own mycbh.com websites there, to feature those there. But we also are offering on auction, at auction, software, anything to do with websites and web and the web in general. Websites, scripts, WordPress plugins, the software. Art services for websites, just anything that anybody doing anything online in terms of websites and marketing, whatnot would need, the web pairing will be offering at auction. So it's going to be an auction platform for more than just websites, everything web. And that's why the name Webperium, right? Web pair, PER, which means everything. Okay, so everything for the web. Which is like Imperium, right? It's just the whole thing. So that's webperium.com. And so they'll have that also as an outlet for marketing their software. Now, and then we will also then, after their first launch, helping them with their first launch, everything's being, all of that is going to be an assistance for the student. The student will not be alone in any of this at all. It's like having a partner, the mentor, and myself teaching them and helping them at every step of the way, from the idea through creating the software, through launching the software and creating these sales and marketing. So all of that is done through with the partnering of myself, the mentor, plus all the other resources that the school has already, other students, other of our network partners and all that. So there's a lot of help that will be afforded for each student. The way we've done it is that we've provided a great complexity without you having to be a genius in software coding. Okay, so that's something we're going to discuss in the class. I'm not going to tell anyone what that is now, but the software is not simple. What it is, it'll be for you once you learn how to put it all together. So, and with the template issue, then it'll be easier for you to produce software after software after software. But what it is easy. It'll be easy as opposed to simple. Simple then means that for the user it's simple, and that it won't be. We're making software that will wow the user, and we're making software that would be very beneficial for the end user. So that is one thing that we're specific about in the course. We're not producing little silly programs. And by the way, we are not using recipe software. Now, so somebody might say, oh, "Is this recipe software?" No, this isn't. You could implement a recipe, but we don't. The software that we're talking about doesn't necessarily need to be a recipe. In other words, it's not a recipe builder. Okay, so that's not what this is. We're making software that does a whole range of things for the user, and if the user would benefit from a recipe type of functionality, that can be incorporated. It would have to be incorporated because it's not the software builder even isn't a recipe thing at all. Okay, so it would have to be brought into it, but that's relatively easy as well. So we want you to understand that it's not a recipe builder, although we can make it into one, but that's not what it is. So we'll be. So it's easier then if you're going to if you're making money or you want to make money, then concentrate on making money. The software thing just advances that for you instead of being an obstacle academically or mentally. Another thing I got to learn. Oh my, this is serious study. We don't make it that way. We are incorporating this easiness for this ease of building for you within the context of marketing. So you're into internet marketing, you're into sales, so you have to, and you're into branding your website, because many webmasters may take this course in order to develop their websites better, to enhance traffic, to enhance, to have a product for opt-ins, and for their visitors or their users, to sell as a membership product, many things like that. So this is then where you want to concentrate your mind at, and we're creating software in that light, in that mindset. So it does not take us away into the land of software engineering. It just keeps us in what we're doing, internet marketing. And so, but we're now more than just making websites. Now we're making also software. That's all that this does. And with the ease of making a website, we've made this software course for you to produce with the same ease the software. So this is what we've done, and it's a really good. This is something that I utilize myself all the time, basically, and what we've decided on creating into a class so that other internet marketers can also enjoy the benefits of creating software and expanding their businesses. Really, really expanding your business, increasing the the sales or the marketing of your other products and services. This is just really encompasses a lot. And all of that will be discussed in the course, helping you qualify for jobs and employment contracts here. Freelance work is also a great possibility when you have this skill. Once you learn how to do this, you have many ways of making money. Okay, and so the one thing we also teach you the entrepreneurial side, although many of you are already entrepreneurs, but this helps you to focus with softwares being part of that and taking a part, and also understanding what part of the marketing and business plan the software would be, and teaching you how to then continue and build through this and with it to greater, greater levels or great expansion into software, or just have the software just catapult your regular business immensely, and even just to give you something that makes you employable, even simple as that, because a lot of people are online trying to make a living and really can't seem to get that money flowing. Well, having this knowledge of how to make this software can really give you a big advantage in the job market. And absolutely. So this is a must-do course for anyone who just doesn't know it. That's just simple. You don't know how to make software. Guess what? You should learn, because it'll make you just take over and just have a lot of doors open to you. Another feature I wanted to focus on with you today is what our guarantee is in this course. This course does something more more for you after the course is supposedly over. And talking about that, the course never ends for you, meaning that we never leave you flat. You've taken the course and the classroom, as many of you already know in the other classes that you've taken with AU, that the classroom stays open to you. And why? Because we're always adding things to it. There's always new things being added, and there's always updates being added, and we want all of our students to be to have access to that. So anything that gets added to the software creation course 101, that will be added to the classroom, and at any time, even after you made your 100th software, your 1,000th software, you've made millions of dollars with your software, you can come back on an evening that you're relaxing in your mansion or in your yacht, because I plan to do that, and you can then just look at what's new, what we've added to the course, okay, and all the resources, and just keep yourself up to date and freshened up on what we're doing new. New ideas are out there. We see something that you can do newer from what we taught you when you had started the course. So that is always going to be updated, and you may have access to that. Your access to the course will never end. So it's an evergreen access. It doesn't end once you have produced your first product. It will always be there available to you. Secondly, the instructor, my person, will always be available to you to help you with any of your projects. And so that relationship always stays open. The One of the other points about this, really make that special for you, is that we will help you sell your software until you've sold $10,000 worth, or along with, or in addition, along with is better said, sorry, we got along with any of the other related offers. So what does that mean? It means that once you've sold your first software, we're going to continue to work with you until you've sold $10,000. After you've made $10,000 through your software, okay, then you go into just the regular access to the class, okay? I have to now help other students also do their $10,000 worth. Okay, so you understand that once you reach $10,000, I need to spend time with my other students, but I'll be available to you, but I will not spend as much time and as much hands-on as I was to make sure that you got that first 10,000. Okay, so that's the one of the things that I think is an important and a benefit for you, because at least you know that from your, at least through your for your initial investment, you're going to make 10,000 from this course. That's what we're going to help you do. So that's our guarantee to you. We won't stop until you made your $10,000. We will continue helping you and working with you and hands-on and supporting your marketing and marketing with you and for you, and I'll do everything everything I can and get everyone to work on your project until you make your $10,000. So that's having people helping you, having our other students, having our faculty, having all of our systems, all of our other software, just promoting and helping you and your software out until you've made your $10,000. You see, so that is our guarantee. So when you take this course, you take it in the knowledge that we're going to be helping you through your first $10,000. I think that's a great thing. And it's a great benefit to you. It's something that you really shouldn't pass up on at all. The teaching's there, the help will be there, and and even you think about this also, that while we're still helping you, you can be working or getting a job with someone to produce the software that does XYZ for them, and we'll be helping you through that time period. You see, we'll be making you look good. So you just, you'll be empowered to make that money and make more than that. Okay, so we'll be working with you hand in hand and make sure that happens. Alrighty, and that's all. Adrelink.com, ADRELINK.com/software 101, and you'll get to this landing page. And you can take the course, order the course for yourself, or join the affiliate program and take the course later when you have when you have enough. Okay, and I think I think you agree that this is a worthwhile investment in your career and future and business, just everything. It would just advance all of the things that you really need in your business. Absolutely. Okay, so thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure for me, as usually is. Take care. See you next time. This has been a presentation of Avrth Meta University's Business Mentor Programs.